is not static. It is dynamic. 4 years is enough, but 4 years cannot be enough. Our universities are not mailing certificates. This university says education for development. University education is not for you to graduate and become an employee. I have produced DJs from the campus. Imagine where we have a Dangote as our partner. Let this one become the next Dangote in the next 4 years. The idea is to intentionally clone these entrepreneurs. At that center, we keep telling them, the center is not just for students of entrepreneurial studies. It is for everybody. Average boy has this mindset of finishing from university, going to law school, coming out to be on his or her own to practice. I am not a massive fan of CV clinic. We had a session with Elon Musk at San Francisco. Elon said something that touched my heart.
There is always a vacancy for you.
The average Igbo man is not an employee. He's an employer of labor.
Hello, welcome back to COOU Podcast Studio. My name is Melvis Ugo. I am your favorite conversationalist. As we all know, the COOU Podcast Studio is an initiative of the current administration of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Anambra State, Nigeria, heavily led by the amiable Professor K.K Nwozor. Drums. Thank you so much for following us till this moment. And today, like always, like every other day we are on your screen, we are here to dish out value from the well-seasoned, great and well-read people who has written their name on the sound of times. So with us today, we have Professor K.K Nwozor. He is a distinguished professor of geology and geophysics, and currently he's the director of the Center of Entrepreneurship and Innovation Studies here at Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. So he will be introducing himself, and we get right into the question. Our topic today is beyond the certificate. Is the goal get a skill narrative, a solution, or a systematic disconnect and obsolescence of the Nigerian higher education? Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Please, just tell them something about yourself, something for them to hold on to.
Well, Melvis, I think you don't have the introduction. But then, my job is to pay instruction. Like she said, I am Kingsley Nwozor, a professor of geology and geophysics in Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. So when they ask why geology, why geophysics, I did my BSc in geological sciences at Nigerian University, Master of Science in Applied Geophysics in State Nigerian University, then a PhD in geophysics at Nigerian University before I got a TED Fund scholarship. As a matter of fact, I was a pioneer TED Fund scholar of this university. I traveled to the United Kingdom for a second PhD in petroleum geoscience at the University of Aberdeen. And after the studies, I came back. There's something I wouldn't forget. I am a native of August and I'm a woman from Vitoria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Because of the nature of this conversation, so you studied, currently, you are the current serving director of the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. What does that have to do with geophysics and geology?
Excellent. My current role is a direct demonstration of the beyond the certificates. If I were to rely on my certificates, definitely I wouldn't be here. I'll be in the oil and gas industry, earning salary. But because there is something in the society, there is a gap that we really need you to bridge, build a bridge across. That is why we are into this. Skills, innovation, entrepreneurship. These things, how do they interconnect or how do they intertwine with what we are doing? Entrepreneurship is not exclusive to any particular career or discipline. Skills are not exclusive to anybody. That is why we keep emphasizing on knowledge, skills, and business culture. You may have all the knowledge, all the skills, without the business culture, that entrepreneur in you will not manifest. Now about geology, you will know. Geology is the most interconnected of all the sciences. Inside a geologist, you have a biologist, you have a chemist, you have a mathematician. That's why we have geomathematics. Yeah, geomathematics, paleontology or geobiology or geobotany, geochemistry, geobusiness, venture creation, entrepreneurial geology, and geophysics. So inside a geoscientist, you get all these things. Then where he or she begins to manifest, doing a line, that is where you now see bigger dimensions of that same person. Okay? So geology is it's an amalgam of all the sciences. And that's how we express ourselves. Entrepreneurial geology.
Okay.
Yeah, or entrepreneurial geoscience.
So from the onset, you've been exposed to the
line
of
the average geoscientist is an entrepreneur. That's why you see many of us in water business drilling, those of us in engineering, those of them in lapidary, okay, gemstone mining and gemstone trading, then commodity trading, oil, gas, and the rest. So without the business component, you are just a redundant geologist.
Okay, so there must be a business.
Of course.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. So that's just a second question to set those traits, to set the atmosphere for the main question. So number one, if a graduate of economics is told after 4 years studying in Nigerian university to go get a digital marketing skill in order to be employed, what has the 4 years been for?
Thank you. This is where we have to hit it the way it is. University curriculum is not static. It is dynamic.
Nigerian university curriculum.
Everywhere in the world. There is nowhere in the world where university curriculum is static. It is dynamic. Curriculum responds to the needs of society, needs of the industry, needs of the employer, needs of what society wants. What do we want at this particular time? If it is digital, you do your gap analysis, okay? The skill study, the skill survey. When you interact with the employing the employers, the industry, those that actually offtake your graduates from you, they will tell you what they're not finding in your graduates. You take notes, that's the feedback. You go back.
But does Nigeria universities actually do that? Because how can
whether we
do
it or not, it's not a confident excuse. There's no escape, but that is the reality. What it should
There is no confident escape.
Now, if you check most of the skills gap studies by the NDE, okay, National Department of Employment, and what's from Ministry of Labor and Productivity, okay, you see where the gaps are. Just like PTDF does, Petroleum Development Fund, okay, just like NCDB does, Nigerian Content Development Monitoring Board. You see where the gaps are. That's what they do. So they get this as look, we need subsidiary, we need these skills, Can our geoscientists, okay, have these skills. Turnaround economies have these skills. So that is what the market is for. What do? You won't say, I need economies if I don't fit in. No. You adjust. You skill up so that you can scale up.
So what we're actually trying to point out right now is that the world is going digital. The world has gone digital.
Yes.
Like, it's digital marketing for the past 5 years, for the past 7 years. If your business is not out there,
the world has gone digital means opportunities are now opening up at that front. Do you understand?
So for an economist who just graduated last year 2025, and the world has been digital even before they got an admission. So how come these digital marketing skills is not there in their curriculum? How then do they still need an upgrade, a skill, as if 4 years is not enough?
4 years is enough, but 4 years cannot be enough. Mind you, you are not static, you are dynamic. By the time you had your matriculation to the point of graduation, a lot has changed. Alright? Which your curriculum, because this is a university. You don't wake up overnight, you can't wake up overnight to begin to adjust curriculum, okay? To have your name from the vice chancellor to be senior to the rest of it. You understand? Alright? Now, since that is why you have centers, okay, like our center, where we are packaging the cutting edge skills that will actually take you there. So that as you are doing your regular requirements, okay, for your degree, we have something there that you can pick 1, 2, or 3 to add to your kit. It's an advantage, so that you can actually hit the ground running at what
Alright, that takes us to the next question. Is the Nigerian university system currently a factory of certificates rather than a laboratory for development? Are we just dishing certificates and certificates, dishing out 10,000 graduates or more than from one particular university? Then factory for development, like what are we actually doing?
The question is actually tricky to an extent, but I'll tell you. Our universities are not mailing certificates. Our universities are responding to demands of the times. Do you understand? Mind you, it took us years to build this awareness. Get education, go to school, embrace knowledge, grab it, okay? And now, over time, people saw the gains in education and they have carried. We can't fail that demand. So, we are fulfilling that responsibility. Teach, learn, research, serve community. Okay? So nobody will really say that our universities are, mailing certificates or stuff. It is actually, a degree certificate should be rather, I want to say this, certificates with certifications. Okay? It is not about what you are going to hold as certificate, but about what you can do. That is our emphasis. Alright? So that the university becomes, in the real sense of it, a brain refinery, a mind furnace,
and not a skill furnace.
A brain refinery, mind furnace. Okay, what makes up an innovative mind? What makes up an excellent mind? That's the brain refinery. What is it actually refining? Because the idea is for this individual to come out competitive, functional, productive, engaging, and a sought after person.
But at the end of the day, they still need to go get a skill to get a kind of employment.
That's what I'm saying. Mind refinery, brain refinery. We are talking about. I said something in here before. Knowledge, skills, business culture. This is where the modern university is heading to. And this university says education for development. So what is your education if you cannot develop? How do you develop? You need skills. You need the right kind of knowledge. The connectivity of the system that can come from partnerships. Think about our trade modality. As our vice chancellor, okay, he champions it. Government, academia, industry, and the host community completely profits. So if you understand government needs, you put it on the table. Industry needs on the table. Academia needs on the table. Community needs on the table. You cannot train your students and miss to understand business. Right now, the industry needs creative minds from us. So, you give knowledge, you give skills so that they can function. Okay?
But the concept of going to get an extra skill, or safe to say, going to get a skill to become employable at the end of 4, 5, 6, depending on how many years the person has done in the university, is it a genuine way to empower the youth? Are we really empowering the youth with it, or is it a convenient excuse for the government, for the government's inability to modernize the curriculum?
Let me say it this way. Skilling up is a way of life.
So the scaling up is left for the graduates.
Skilling up is a way of life. Skilling up is a tonic. In fact, it's not like the engine that propels that graduate. I will tell you something. Anybody that has the opportunity of getting an extra skill, okay, to get there, should do it. And I want to correct this impression we always have. University education is not for you to graduate and become an employee.
Okay, so the concept is for you to become
The concept is for you to be a person of impact. What your impact, in what direction? You can choose to be employed and give your services in-house, receive your salary. And I can choose to, hey, I need a table and chair out there, I'll be on my own, I get to you, all of us work together, we pay you salaries, we make our money, we share the profits. That is the risk taker. That is why risk management now is among the best skills in Philippines. Venture creation, value proposition. You get it? That is where.
So all these things we're actually mentioning right now, does it appeal or does it apply to someone who is studying, let me say, theater arts? To someone who is studying, there are other, you're just mentioning this, you're a professor.
I just finished a conversation with a professor in theater arts.
Okay, so how
Sorry to go, I nearly lampooned him. What did I tell him? That we are not utilizing theater arts the way they should utilize it. Where the world is talking about creative economy, and I don't go anywhere to see our theater arts being engaged. I don't see our theater arts being exposed at the right stages, under bright lights, with people filled up in the room. Mind you, once you get to one stage to perform, the next stage is waiting for you. This is creative economy. You were there when we had our anniversary. The DG, National Council for Arts and Culture, Obiaska, was here. Obi came with a mind to discover talents for the national pipeline of creative economy. And what did he have done with? Then the follow-up should come from theater arts, from music, from Igbo, from history, and other non-allied students who have the creative economy skills. Because I will tell you something, I have produced DJs from Wole campus, geology students, real disc jockeys, doing well right now. I have to report K.K. Okay, to listen to you. Do you understand? That is geology. But doing well in creative economy. And I have theater arts who are lamenting.
So we should focus on the creative economy. every undergraduate, every graduate should focus on
it's a
what
wide pipeline.
so that should be the focus.
Even those who can write it is a world of opportunities. And somebody is there saying, hey, it's not as it's not different. Come on, it is their world right now. I have people who do skits. 30-second skits, market your product. And they're making it. So, why can't we be at the forefront of this movement? The forefront of this dynamic ecosystem that is empowering everybody and anybody. Without looking at your skin color, your tribe, your religion. It's about what you can do.
So how do we bridge this gap?
Thank you.
The question is the how.
That is my job in this university right now.
Let's hear it.
The Vice Chancellor, Prof. Chukwuemeka saw me, said, KK, go to Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation and do what I believe you can do. And that's about it. We have identified the cutting-edge skills that will sell any kind of graduate from this university. Whether you study Igbo, engineering, Yoruba, sociology, criminology, get these top of demand skills. Okay? Last week we signed MOU, digital literacy and tech innovation. Inside you talk about entrepreneurship, digital technology skills that you can have without having all the sciences. So we go that direction. Okay? One more thing, language skills for global mobility. We know countries that are actually looking
So these are what
young talents.
this is what this quiz
So
is engaging in. And
we know
everybody-
the skills, we identify these skills, that's the skills. We stay here to observe these skills, impart these skills, prepare these skills, domesticate these skills. For them to be either employable or to go on and stay and begin to practice entrepreneurship. I'll tell you something. There is somebody in this room, this studio. He studied religion. But he performs better than most people that read mass communication. Okay. Thank you. That is what training can do. Alright? You train, you retrain. You scale, rescale, upscale, even the scale. But you must scale up to scale up. You see that matter?
So whatever course it is, whatever thing it is, to be part of the creative
Till
economy.
tomorrow, I still
to
subject
scale.
myself to training. I do with NUC, Open University, Vigbe, Association of African Universities. Vigbe from Module 1 to Module 11. Virtual Institute for Capacity Building and Education. Okay?
So sir, all these things, look at where I'm trying to get the clarity on, sir. All these trainings are scaling up. How come it is not there in our curriculum, knowing that what the world needs right now is the creative economy, is what everybody is the new gold mine. That's what everybody is trying to mine. So how come is it not in our curriculum? How come we don't get to see it in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4? At the end of the day, we are out and fresh and ready for it. How come it doesn't exist? Why do we need to? Because there are some students who are not really, they're very, very introverted and they just face their book and read. What is left for them?
I understand your point. I'll tell you something. We made a transition from BMAS to CCMAS, okay? The core curriculum and marketing standards and business. Yeah. Now, if you look at it, BMAS, CCMAS captured a bit of these innovations by allowing universities 30% to introduce what they believe would identify them, give them a uniqueness, a peculiarity, a special, a niche within the ecosystem. Okay, that's why you can see now that some courses like local content studies are coming in. If you do some package, you see some courses that you do here, you cannot see them elsewhere. You can go to another university, you can see what they're offering, you can get elsewhere. So you look at your local environment, your elite environment. What can we do differently here? I'll give you an example. At that center now, we are processing what we call an industrial development. Because the thing is this: if those out there can actually do part-time studies to earn the certificates, all right, they work 1 day, 2 days, then weekend they come here and do part-time studies to earn certificates. Why can't our undergraduates, our students, study full-time and do apprentice part-time, and also have option when you graduate? Do I want to continue on these skills I learned, or these I learned, as part-time for 5 years or 6 years? That is a second point. We identify credible business owners, have them in a database, make them friends of the university. They commit to us, we commit to them. Then we say, at least, we give you one person. In the next 4 years, we want to see your business DNA, your business acumen in this one. Mentor this person. That is industrial labor boy. Okay?
Industrial apprenticeship.
Yes. So that these students will grow with you, work with you, learn with you, jump with you, swim with you. 4 or 5 years, you have created an version of that person. Imagine where we have a Dangote as our partner, and we place a student under Dangote. Hey, sir, commit to us, we commit to you. Let this one become the next Dangote in the next 4 years. Sitting at meetings with you, following you, learning what you do, how you do your things. Next 4 years, 5 years, person comes out. You see a fantastic product. So the idea is to intentionally clone these entrepreneurs, clone these reputable business owners, so that these younger ones can actually comfortably, take over from them. And the university will serve as a clearinghouse for this talent pool, for this knowledge pool. Because on their own, the student may not have access to these bigger, highly placed individuals. So as an institution, we provide that leverage so that they can actually go and get these things. And it doesn't matter what you study. At that center, we keep telling them, the center is not just for students of entrepreneurial studies. It is for everybody.
For everybody.
Yes. We have chemistry entrepreneurs. We have geoscience entrepreneurs. Engineering entrepreneurs. And our core mandate is to promote independent professional practice, IPP. I'm sorry I will say this. I use the lawyers as an example. The average lawyer has this mindset of finishing from university, going to law school, coming out to be on his or her own to practice. They may work under a principal for a year, 2 or 3. Once they start getting their own briefs, they pull. Create one small office, begin to operate from there. Some start operating from their car boots. And the next IPP is born. Doctors the same, architects the same. Now, real estate developers, the guys in real estate.
So nobody should fold their hands and wait for.
No, that era is gone.
So once you're done, you should get into the creative economy.
Anybody who I'm sorry to say this. I am not a massive fan of CV clinic. Put your CV this way. It will bring you to the interview. They will interview you. You say it this way. No. Go to that interview. Showcase what you can do. 2015, we had a session with Elon Musk at San Francisco, the AGU conference. Then I didn't know Elon Musk. I didn't know about Tesla. People were excited. Elon Musk is in the house, it's in the house, this and that. But when we got the chance to sit with Elon Musk, people were just, this our investment mentality of employment with Tesla and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Elon said something that touched my heart.
They asked Elon Musk a question. How do you recruit? How do you employ your staff? He smiled and said that he always would have vacancies for whoever that had invented anything that ever worked.
So there is always a vacancy for you.
There's always
Even
a
if you are ready
vacancy
or
for that
not.
person who is innovative and productive.
So once you're innovative and productive, there is always a space for you.
This world will never have enough inventors. This world will never have enough innovators. And COOU does not need to answer University of Innovation before it becomes innovative. The name itself is innovative. So we embed it, make it a culture of innovation, a culture of entrepreneurship. The average Igbo man is not an employee. He's an employer of labor, self-reliance, industrialization. So whenever we talk about university industrialization, this is the home of it. Remember our four I's: University of Innovation, University of Investment, University of Industry, and University of Impact. That is Kate Nwozor for you in COOU. And she lives it, and she has her eyes always on it. Investment, innovation, industry, impact. And consciously she's bringing investors into the university, so that the student will always have an eye. That is an investment on industry coming up somewhere. That is being innovative.
All right. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. That's the end of our question.
Before I go,
all right, sir. Let's hear you.
The world has changed. If you are still fixated on a static curriculum, you're on your own. Scale up to scale up. That is what the world is saying now. And this university is the home of ideas. We are dynamic. Where we now engineer curriculum almost on daily basis to reflect the needs and demands of the industry. So that as you are living here, it is either you decide to be somebody's employee or go out there and make waves as an entrepreneur, inventing things that would work, because the world will never have enough inventors. The world will not have enough innovators. So this sky is wide for every kind of talent that is responsible and responsive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It's such an honor, a delight, and it's so impactful having you here with us today. I've learned a lot. It's a very creative economy, so no need to folding your arms. If there is something not in your curriculum, you can actually sort the skills.
Yes.
The world is empty. If you make the day you decide to make a step, the day you decide to make a move, then you occupy the space.
Yes.
That's just the mindset.
And our center out there is always there for them. Digital economy, creative, secular, blue economy, we are loaded.
So why have you not visited the Center of Entrepreneurship and Innovation in Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University? Thank you so much for staying with us to this end. So, sir, should they keep watching COOU? What do you have to tell? What do you have to tell them?
See, this is part of the same thing we've been saying.
Okay, sir.
It's not about eulogizing somebody. Do you understand? This is the reality of it. Innovation. You can see one person's idea, one innovative idea, keeping me here, keeping you there, keeping you there. You can see what we're having. And we're
Keeping the rest of the team.
See studio management, studio discipline, studio culture, and everything. This is the channel to remain on. COOU all the way.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us. Thank you for staying with us to this end. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Hit the like button. Click on the notification button. Be the first to know once we drop insightful and revealing videos like this. Thank you so much for staying with us to the end. See you next time.
Thank you.